good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, wherever you are watching from. I just realized my microphone was on mute. So I was talking to myself the whole time. Can you let me know in the comments? Are you able to hear me? Are you able to see me clearly? Um, just going to check. I think it's all working well. I think it's all clear. Let me know. You can always drop in the chat if you are unable to see me or hear me, and then I will try to be a jack of all trades and and try to figure it out myself. How are you all going in this end of the week? We are already in August. Can you believe that this year has flown by? And I'm telling you, it's towards the end of the year already. We are heading towards the end of 2025, and August is my birthday month. So I am celebrating my birthday this month. Sad to say, I am getting old. I'm getting old, and I feel like I've reached my midlife crisis, I should say. So yeah, late 40s, celebrating late 40s, and I won't reveal my actual age, but I am in my late 40s. So I feel, I don't know, I still feel like I'm in my 20s and 30s, but days I get up and I feel like my body doesn't agree with me. But, my heart and my mind feels like I'm still very young. And I think that's what matters. Yeah. I think that's what matters is what we feel, how we feel about each other, about ourselves. Sorry, how we feel about ourselves, how young, how active we are, about that we feel about ourselves. It doesn't matter. Age is only a number. I've learned in my years as I'm getting older, it's just a number. What matters is how we are, how we think about ourselves. I think that's the most important. I remember when I was younger, when I was before I turned 16, I've always wanted just to get older and older. Once I turned 16, I wanted to turn 18, and then once I turned 18, I wanted to turn 21, and then after 21, I didn't have a goal anymore. Like, I didn't want to really get older. I just wanted to stay within my 20s, and since then it flew. And now 20 something years later, from when I turned 21, it's like, wow, I'm heading midlife. So it's a big milestone. I think it's a big milestone for me, celebrating. So I do have a couple of gifts, I guess you can call it gifts and freebies for this training, like always. And to celebrate my birthday, I will be dropping some uh, discount, I guess I could say. A couple of gifts that I would like to offer for anyone that wants to um, book in, take it further with me after sessions, during the session, during the month. As you all know, Let's Talk Beauty Live is a monthly workshop that I do inside our Facebook group, our Facebook Lash Tech Tips Facebook group, and I go live on inside Facebook group as well as on YouTube as well. You can find me on YouTube at annanewen.biz. So same handle. So yeah, that's a monthly live workshop that I do every month, and I cover topics, random topics. Pretty much, I would like the topics that I cover are things that people have reached out and have concerns or are struggling with. So it goes from skill-based business tips, strategies, anything like that. I would like to walk my audience to like a transformation. So as each step at a time. So in today's workshop, it is all about helping you turn one-time clients into loyal, long-term loyal regulars. I'll be sharing some simple retention strategies that you can confidently rebook clients again, and ways to create experience that keep them coming back. And I'll also, like I mentioned before, you'll also get some tools that you can apply straight away as well from this video. So just a quick intro if you have not met me. I know there's some new people inside the Facebook group as well. So there are some new members joined. If you don't know me, hi, my name is Anna. I am a certified lash and beauty artist and educator. I've been in the industry for 20 years now. So now been teaching for over 10 years, teaching, I think, reaching over 1,000 students now in my span of career in education. I've owned businesses. I run my own business now. I am a solo artist running my business from home, where I'm more focused on education, more so than delivering services to clients. I've cut back down on services because I focus on more training. And now I mentor a lot more beauty pros, lash and beauty artists to grow and start building a business, a solo business, because that's where my expertise is, because I did it as a solo artist, building my business from home and worked my way up. So now that's what I like to do, to give back to other people that are in the same journey as me. So if you are in the same journey, starting off your home business, that's my expertise. That's where I would share a lot of the things that I've struggled with, a lot of lessons that I've learned, that it can help you manage your business as a solo artist. You don't need to have a team. There are ways, because it depends on where you want to take your business, because there's always a starting point, and this is where I want to work with, because a lot of beauty artists, a lot of you know that when you've completed a course, that's where you're stuck, perfecting your skill, marketing, social media, all of that. And that's where people get stuck. Once you've gone past this stage, that's when you can, like, you've perfected your skills, you've mastered it, you've got your clientele. That's a different level where you take your business. And that's not where I focus on. I do help members inside. I do help artists at that level, but majority of the time, most of my members and students are people in the beginning stages of trying to perfect their skills and trying to get clients in the door, and building that business. Later on, you know, the reason why it's so important, this phase in your business, is because when you start off and you've got the right support, you've got the right, mentoring, you've got, all of that, it's a foundation to what happens later on. You don't get enough support right now. What happens is you will not be able to continue. Just give me a second. You will not be able to continue. A lot of people give up. And that's the honest truth. A lot of artists do give up, because this is the most important part. From the course to starting your business, a lot of artists give up because they don't know where to get clients from. They don't know how to market themselves. They don't know how to go on social media. They think posting their images is going to be enough for them to, clients is just going to walk in the door. And that's a mistake that we all make as artists. After that stage, once you've perfected your skill, once you've got the clientele in, your regulars, that's when you can decide what you want to do. You want to focus on product-based business, or you want to focus on education, which is where I'm at. I focus on education more so than product-based. And there's no right or wrong. It just depends on what it suits you, like what you feel aligned with, and that's all. So yeah, without further ado, let's go. like I said before, Let's Talk Beauty is a monthly live workshop. And just let me share my screen. And I'm doing everything this on my own, so please bear with me. So Blair, comment below, are you watching the live? Are you watching me live, or are you watching replay? So comment hashtag replay. All of a sudden, I cannot fit. Here it is. Window. Here we go. You can see my slide. I'm just going to put on present mode. Okay, let's go. So today's topic is how to turn one-time clients into regulars, loyal regulars. And I'm talking about loyal clientele that that will be coming back after years and years. And let me tell you, once you find those loyal clients, they will be with you for life. I'm talking from experience because I've got clients that I've known now because I've been in the industry for 20 years. I've met some of my clients over 15 years ago when I was working in salons, and every place I worked at, they would follow me everywhere I went. As some of you might not know, I started in the nail industry, and I still am doing nails in fact. And I started in the nail industry, so I worked in a nail salon for quite a number of years, 6 years, 5-6 years before I left and started my own business. And yeah, I still know these clients, and we've gone through transformation, like through different phases of my life, meaning like I was still single, I was still young artist, working salons. I've gotten to do their nails, and now I'm doing their kids' nails. So I did their parents' nails, and from the parents now to their children's nails, and now grandkids' nails. Like it's crazy how when you form a bond with certain clients, they are very, very loyal, and it comes down to who you are as well, your values, your beliefs. And it's very important. If you have been watching, being for the last few lives, because we do it once a month, so I've taken you through how to find your ideal client consultation, provided client consultation, how to write captions, how to attract those clients through social media. And so now today we're talking about, now you've got them in the door, how do we retain them? How do we keep them? How do we provide that service for them to actually stay with us, based on what I do, what I've done, and my experience. So so today's objective is about helping you turn one-time clients into loyal long-term regulars. You learn simple retention strategies on confidently rebook clients and ways to create an experience that keeps them coming back. Like I was saying to you before, by the end of this lesson, you'll walk away with practical tools and scripts to keep them coming back. So why does it matter? Now, the reason why it matters is, this is a quick stat. I'm just going to share a quick stat with you. It costs 5 times more to gain new clients than to keep one. So meaning that you're putting out effort, 5 times more effort to get new clients in the door than it is to keep your clients, existing clients. And you've ever wondered why you've done a good job, you met a client, everything clicked, but then you never saw them again. I'm not saying a lot of it could be your fault or anything like that. Most of the time, it could be just they were trying new, they were stuck with a booking, so they needed someone, or they're just a one-off thing. I'm not talking about those ones. I'm more talking about like a relationship we want to build. So, yeah, I want to share with you the reasons why we want to make sure we cover those loopholes, those holes. So there's no like, I wonder what it could be or why didn't they come back. So like I said before, it costs you 5 times more energy to get new clients than it is to keep your existing clients, because your existing clients already know you. They already know you. They already trust you. They've been to you. They've seen you. They've seen your work. They've done. They've had a relationship with you. So it's actually very easy to approach them, to connect with them, than it is to find new clients again. And then it's like starting a relationship. Okay, like a very simple. If you're going on a date, like going on dates every single time, you got to ask the same questions, get to know that person, and whether you find any connection with that person or not, it's much harder. It's a lot of effort. Whereas someone that you've met before, next time you just continue that conversation. So it is much easier to to start to keep those clients. So why don't clients come back? There's a number of reasons I want to share with you today. Avoid these common mistakes. If you don't have a rebooking strategy. So what I mean by rebooking strategy means, like, are you just letting them go, or are you actually making effort to remind them? I know when in my early stages of starting my business, finish off the session, the appointment, and that's it. See ya. I didn't rebook them on the spot. It was just like, oh yeah, when they need it, they'll book. And you know what? That I lost a lot of clients. I left a lot of money on the table because of that, because I just let them go. And things happen, life happens, and people forget. So a lot of that is no rebooking strategy. Poor communication follow-up. There isn't any communication of following up. So how'd you go? How did your lashes go? How'd your nails go? Was anything I can improve on? You want feedback from those clients. And that's our job. Is not just an artist. We are a customer service, and we provide customer service as well. So I want you to remember, as we need to be wearing, well, as a solo artist, we are wearing a lot of hats, and you want to be wearing a lot of hats. Take off, well, when you're doing the actual service, you're the artist hat, but then once you've completed the service, you are pretty much a customer service. You are providing customer service to their client and making sure that they're happy. Okay. Assuming they'll rebook themselves. This is another mistake that I just mentioned before. I just assumed, they're going to come back, and then, I'll wait for them to rebook. You know what? Sometimes you need to make the effort. You need to make that first move and ask them, what, look, I've only got this amount of space available. Do you want to rebook? So as soon as they leave, you book in for the next one. I mean, I know things change. Clients may come have something in mind, but at least that's booked in their calendar, in your calendar, scheduled. Next one, no clear client journey. No clear client. No clear client journey. So what I mean by that is, are you taking them on a journey, or is it just providing a service and let them go? I want you to feel like when you come into a nice salon, and it's inviting, and there's conversation, you create that bond, and then from the service itself, and then the after service, you've taken time and effort to actually call them up. Hey, how's your lashes, how's your nails going, how's your skin, facial. You want to take that relationship further on, outside, after the appointment, not just during the appointment, because we want to keep that relationship going. Once we've built the rapport, then it's not so much of a hard effort, because it becomes second nature to you. Inconsistent service experience. Now, inconsistent also means like, one minute, yeah, you're doing this, and the next minute you're doing that. Or 1 minute, your appointment session is for an hour and a half. Next time, because you're overbooked, you've just shortened their appointment time to 45 minutes. That's inconsistent, and inconsistent with your customer service, or anything like that. I'm not talking about when they're late. Clients are late. That's different. That's a whole new topic. However, when it is booked, and because we've squeezed in extra clients, and we've shortened their service time, that's also inconsistent service experience, that we want to avoid as well. Yeah. A lot of when I schedule an appointment for a specific service, I don't squeeze in. I don't squeeze in another. If I finish earlier, because I schedule my own appointments. So back in the days when I was very, very booked with customers, I would have a booking system where it will be automatically booked. I just check up my calendar and to see what I have. Now, because I've cut back on customer service, on services, what I do now is I set up my own schedule. I make my own bookings, and then what I do is I actually send out notifications in advance. So there is a way on your messages, and you can pre-write your messages and set it to send on that specific day and time. So there's two ways. If you're a beginner, and you're unable to sort of like invest in booking apps and email tools and all of that, then I start off with just doing the appointments yourself, and then pre-sending like the appointments, reminders, 24-hour reminders, and a thank you per client. Like if you haven't got that many clients back to back yet, the template should be already there, and you just copy and paste, and then have that set, the schedule to send. So I don't really, it's pretty much hands off for me, because I've got the template, and all I do is go into my messages, send the messages, and schedule it to when it sends out for that day as a reminder. Hey, your next appointment is in 24 hours. Please let me know if you will be able to make it or not. That helps. Whereas if you're a bit further in your business, then you'll have tools such as scheduling tools, booking apps, email automations already set up for it to just go off like on their birthdays, reminders, cancellations, and all of that. That's more advanced. So these are two ways that you can, whether depending on which level you're at, you'll be able to decide what's right, what works for you. Okay. So I want you to shift your mindset for a little bit, and thinking instead, okay, how can I make them come back? So instead of, hopefully they'll rebook, like we want to take the action first, and let's make the first move. It's like dating. Let's make the first move. We don't want to wait for them to make the decision. Let's make the first move, and let me guide the next step, like a pro, like a business, like the business you are. And we want to be able to do that without having to be reminded, because you are the professional. They've come to you for the service. They've come to you for the the professional setup, and they want to experience that. Okay. Um, so here we've got, these are the few steps that I ensure that I do every time I see a client, when I have a meeting with a client. If it's a brand new client, now I wow them with client care. Now, client care doesn't mean like client aftercare or anything like that, but client care means you show them how appreciative you are when it comes to having them as in, supporting your business, having them as your clients. I can assure you, I can start a conversation. And the reason why I love being a solo artist so much is because I'm able to schedule my appointment based on what I want. So if I want to take, like have that more in-depth consultation with that client, I'm able to. I'm not in a rush, as if I'm working in a salon, which makes it really, really hard. When I was working in our salon, we were getting paid per hour, so we had to like push it out. And I didn't feel comfortable, because there are certain clients that just needed more attention than others, and I wasn't able to give that. And it just didn't I wasn't comfortable having to push within half an hour, 45 minutes for a full set of nails, when I wanted to take a bit more time, instead of knowing that, oh, my next client's there, and I wasn't able to do that. So quick to mind their name, remember personal details. If you've never met before, I'm sure you would have chatted. If they reached out to you, you would have chatted, on message. Just what's your service for? Why are you getting your nails done? What's the occasion? Have a bit of idea of what they want before meeting them. So that way, oh yeah, I remember you told me that you've got an event. What event is it? It just shows that she really listened. As a client, I would love if someone said to me, oh, I remember you said that you've got a birthday to go to, or something like that. It just means more. Clean, calming setup equals trust. Explain each step of your service. So I really really believe in this. This step is so important, because everything I do, don't assume the clients know what you're doing. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. Believe it or not, I met a new client, and she's had lashes before, and she said she's had lashes for a year, about a year, with different lash techs, different lash artists around the area. And when I explained to her about her eye shape, she was in awe. She was quite shocked, because no one's explained it to her before. No one's ever taken the time. They just said, okay, you want volume? Okay, I'll do it. And then they just go ahead doing it. And then when I cured her lashes with the nano mist, she's like, I've never had this. What is it? And I said, oh, it's just a nano mist. It cures the chemicals. So she was like, I've had lashes for a year with different, and no one's ever done this for me. So never, ever assume that your clients know what it is that you're doing. So I always, take that time to explain, okay, I'm just going to cure your lashes now. Or I'm just going to analyze your eye shape, and let's see what you look like with this shape. Or, so have you had lashes before? Have you had nails before? What were your dislikes? What you liked about it? What you didn't like about it? So each step of the service, I explain it to them. Offer aftercare tips verbally and in writing. So this is one of the mistakes I see a lot of people do, is they have a policy on their website. And I don't know, you comment below, let me know, do you read all of the fine prints on someone's website? I'm so guilty, because I don't read any of that. Like, I should be. I know I should be. But whether I do it or not is different because I just want to book an appointment. Right? You've got all these policies on your website, on Instagram, on your stories. Do you think people are on social media to read your policies? I don't think so. They're there to just look. They're there to discover. They're there for social, not to read your, cancellation policies or booking policies. So I do have them on my website. However, when clients are booking with me, I repeat. I make sure I mention about it for them to understand, whether it's over the phone or usually when I'm giving them the consultation, I let them know. If it's a cancellation policy, I let them know on the phone when they're booking with me. However, when it's a client consultation, that's when I talk about aftercare tips. Don't expect clients to know already just because you've got it up. That's one of a lot of mistakes that I see lash artists do, lash beauty pros do, because they assume that they just assume that people know, and which is by far from the truth. Yeah. Make recommendations of maintenance, booking for your next appointments, rebook before they leave, give them a quick lash tip or a recap of the aftercare that they need to consider doing. So an example is I recommend 2-3 weeks for a refill. Do you want me to lock that in now? Do you want me to book in? Do you want to book that in now? I tell you, my hairdresser, she does that too. So after every appointment, she was like, "All right, let's book for the next one," because we're now we've been together for years now, so there's no, like, we're not strangers anymore. So she was like, "Okay, next 9 weeks, yeah, 9 weeks again. Oh, let's make a booking for the next week. When do you want to come? Same time, same day," and then bang. So this is where you want to get going. You want to build like a routine of just making it so casual. You're not selling, but you're ensuring that clients are going to get the best from their appointments, because they're going to rebook and retain their lashes, nails, keeping them nice. So it makes it like you care about them, which you do. I'm not saying you don't. Okay. Now, use phrases that sound natural, not salesy. And that's exactly what I was saying about, like, hey, let's just make a book. So when you're free next, do you want to schedule an appointment now? Like, same day, same time, like very casual. You're not like, yeah, do you want to make a book, refill booking appointment? You don't need to say it so, out there. Like, if you're uncomfortable, just very like you're talking to a friend. Treat them like your friend. They will feel that vibe. If you treat it like a very awkward, believe me, clients will be able to sense it, because I can sense when someone's uncomfortable, or when someone is feeling edgy, or I could feel that. And you want to turn that around and make them feel comfortable. Offer popular rebooking times before they leave. So it's the next follow-up. Here's another one. So follow-up strategy. So send simple text reminders 24, 48 hours later. So what I usually do is, after a client's appointment, 24 hours later, I usually send them a quick text just to see how they're doing, just to see, how they're going, especially if I've never had them before. I don't know if, they're really liking it, because I don't, we haven't got to know each other yet. So I'd like to know within 24 hours to see if they're okay. Does it feel itchy, or are their nails too long, or, even though sometimes they left happy, but I want to make sure I want to make sure. I don't want to get a message like 2 days, 3 days later and say, hey girl, my lashes have fallen off. I want to make sure that doesn't happen because I've contacted you 24 hours to 48 hours later, confirming that you're happy. So there's no way that they can go back to me 3-4 days later and say, hey, I wasn't happy, because I've confirmed it. You left after the appointment happy. I confirmed it 24 hours later, happy. So there's no way that they can come back to me and say that, and say, hey, I'm just checking in on you. Is everything okay? Little things like this, it doesn't cost much. Like, it costs a little bit of time, but you know what? For the customer value, like lifetime value that you'll be getting as them returning to you, it's a huge reward for that small amount of effort that you're putting through. So just want you to know that. DMs, automated emails, like I said, mentioned about whether it's DMs or SMS or emails that you're sending these notifications. It's really good for to build just client trust as well. Now, loyal perks, loyal perks is more like rewarding your clients, with, like, if it's their birthday, like it's my birthday, and I, like, this month, when my birthday comes, the actual day, all the subscriptions that I've got, they will be sending me happy birthday emails, offering, like 10% off, 20% off, to celebrate my birthday. And like, it's really nice. It's really nice. And I know this is more automated if you've got an email marketing tool. As a beginner, though, if you're just starting out, of course, you're not going to have tools and things like that conveniently for you to use. However, there are, like little things, like sometimes it's just random conversation with a client. I have a random conversation, and then they say, oh yeah, my birthday's next month. And then I'll just very casually ask her, what day is it? And she'll say, whatever date it is. I will secretly just add a note in my calendar, because by that, closer to that day, I would offer her something. When you're in the beginning, earlier in your stages, you'll be able to do things like that because you haven't got a lot of clientele yet. Even if you have like maybe 15, 20, and I guarantee, like, you'll have a habit of just knowing who your clients are, and they'll tell you, oh yeah, my birthday's next month. And keep that in mind. It means a lot to clients. Offer loyalty cards as well. Give them a free mini service after 5 visits, 6 visits. I used to have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 6th one will be, a free refill or something like that, for nails, or nail art, or waxing, do like eyebrow uplip wax. I would give them as like a thank you, just to say a small thanks and gift. So huge. Like I said, birthday milestone, that's also good as well. Mini systems. Okay, these are the mini systems that I recommend, and that's what I've created for you guys today as well. I recommend you have a client visit tracker. So if you haven't got a booking app, that sort of has all that digital memory stored, who booked what day, like, you haven't got that. If you are early in stages, I'll do it manually. I would actually do it manually, create like a spreadsheet, a tracker, so when they were last in, and every 3 weeks, just keep in track. If you've only got maybe about 10, 15 clients, it's easily done to track, because it's the same client. You have it in a row, like this is her, and okay, these are the dates that she's come in. And then you'll know roughly how many days, or even without a tracker, you can go back into your calendar, search up the name and the booking that had, you'll see how often she's come in. If she hasn't come in for a while, then send her a reminder. Yeah, that's one of the trackers that I use. I just go back into my calendar, search up, okay, Natalie, search up Natalie eyelash, all the appointments that Natalie's had, it will show up, and that's when I know, okay, I haven't seen her for a while. Rebooking and follow-up scripts. I'll be giving you this freebie, some scripts that you can just copy, and a swipe file that you can just copy and send to your clients. What else? Client notes. Remember their favorite style. Like I always. So how I keep the notes is inside my actual phone. So I have the name of the client. How I save it is like client, and then there is an area for notes. I have the notes about them in there. Once you've established your business, then you can have a client consultation form, a client form. So each client has a form of what style of lashes they like what style nails they like. It's a bit tricky in a way to have those digital forms because of this. If you were to do facials, nails, waxing, permanent makeup, and lashes, you're going to have 5 forms for just one client, because how they like their nails, right? Because you've got forms for like nail shapes and everything, and then you got lashes of what eye shape she has or whatever skin. It is tricky to keep that. But if you're only having one service or 2 service in your business, like nails and lashes, then it's easier to have 2 separate forms. So what I usually just keep a note in underneath their name on your phone, because when you just look up, when she rings you up, her name will show up. And underneath all the notes that I've got, like what she likes, her favorite color, eyes, just very general. Once you have an established business with a lot more clients, then I would suggest you get more of a digital form instead. That way it's all kept on your iPad, and you're able to access so many clients at the same time. Honestly, over 10-15 years ago, when I started working from home, there was no booking apps. I didn't need no booking apps, and I was booked out. I just had a manual book just quickly, like while I'm doing nails, while I'm doing lashes, and clients book me and just quickly write their name down. That worked. Now they've just added on like a digital form and da 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 da. Look, honestly, stick to the basics. You don't need to have, yes, it's good. It's good once you start growing your business, but it's not the be all end all, is what I'm saying. Like, you don't have to have everything set up, or you don't have to have everything figured out yet. You can just slowly build up as you go. Okay. So that was my mini setup with clients, and I don't know, let me know in the comments, are you using a digital form for each time a client comes in, they fill it out? I did use it at one stage of my life, one stage of my business, sorry. I did use it for lashes and nails as well. Now I do teach my students how to do it, how to use it, but it gets them into a habit, that's all, of understanding. Once it gets to a certain stage, it's all in the memory. Like with my clients that come in, I know off by heart what their lashes, what style they are. It's only maybe for brand new clients that I have a digital form for them to fill out. Of course, for privacy or anything else, I get them to sign. But I'm talking about like mapping, styling, anything like that. It tends to stay up there. But yes, it's also because now I've taken a step back. I'm taking less clients now, so it's not that not a lot for me to juggle. But back then, when I had like so many clients a day, I would work like 12 to 15 hours a day from morning, sometimes from 6 in the morning. I'll start at 6 in the morning, and sometimes I'll work all the way to 12 midnight, back to back. I didn't even know. I didn't even have time to eat. I don't even know how much energy I had back then compared to now. Oh, I don't think I'll be. Yeah. So, yes. So today I've got some freebies today. I've got a 30-day client visit tracker that I just created on a spreadsheet for you, and a follow-up, rebooking and follow-up script templates. If you have watched all the way to now, you'll know that I usually give out freebies, and if you comment or DM me freebie, I will know that you've watched all the way to this part of the training, and I will personally send you the link to these scripts. Just let me show you how the scripts are. Okay, these are the scripts. Nope. Let me find it. Okay. Take this one out. And follow-up template. Here we go. So yeah, I've got 2 freebies for you. One, let me just share, so just so you can have a look. Chrome tab. Yeah. Here we go. So if you can see, I've just got some scripts here, what you can say to them, and then also a 30-day tracker. This is a 30-day tracker here. So it's here the date. You can write down the dates here, the client name, the services that they had, whether they're new or returning, making sure that they rebook you, yes or no, and follow up. This is like a tracker as well as any notes that you want. So I just created this just to help you, because I know a lot of you in the beginning stages of starting. You might just have finished off a course and you're now building up your clients, and yeah, I thought I'd create these for you just so you can start somewhere instead of having to invest in tools, paid tools to run your business. I thought these would be simple for you to just keep track of without having to. So yeah, comment freebie, and I will personally, no, comment freebie, DM me. Personally DM me, whether on Facebook, Messenger, Instagram, anything. Personally, send me a DM saying freebie, I want the freebie, and I will definitely send them to you. Okay. Let's go back. So tools, this is what you got today, what you'll be getting today. So like mentioned that before. And here is the exciting news. It's just to end today's session. You don't need more clients. You just need better systems to keep the ones you've already got. Like I said before, it takes 5 times more effort, 5 times more effort, 5 times more probably money as well. Effort, money, energy to get new clients in the door. Same as meeting a new guy as well. You know, it takes so much effort to meet a new man, and then just to have a conversation with someone you already know. Okay, so and announcing the Lash Boss 3-day challenge, 3-day live challenge, I should say, is confirmed. It will be happening on the 18th. That's like in 2 weeks' time. In 2 weeks, yeah, 2 weeks' time. Our Lash Boss. This is the first ever Lash Boss challenge. I had planned last year, but things happened. It didn't end up happening. So this is the actual first Lash Boss challenge that I'll be hosting, and this is where I will be through what I'll be doing in the Lash Boss challenge. Is this? We're gonna get clear on where you are right now, and how many clients, what type of clients that you are wanting to attract in your business. Just give me a second. What kind of clients you want to attract in your business. Now, I help you craft that specific client, and then we're going to work on creating content that speaks to those people. So exactly like how I've been able to attract many of you through social media, I want to show you how I've been doing it, that, without going viral. None of my videos or posts have gone viral, but I never wanted to go viral. It's never been my intention to go viral, because I'm a solo artist. I'm a single mom as well. And if I was to go viral with 100,000 views or something like that, and then I'm getting all these DMs, realistically, I'm not going to be able to do it. Realistically. But what I do want to target is people that do need me. Very, very strategically craft my content to attract the people that need me only. I don't want to be attracting everyone. And I've mentioned this to a lot of people. I've mentioned this in previous trainings that we've done. I don't want to be attracting everyone and anyone. I only want to attract the person that is specifically I'm able to help. And same with you. You're a lash artist, but what type of clients do you attract, or that you want to attract? Because there's going to be, clients that you might not want to deal with, to be honest. Like, do you really want to have the headache of attracting just anyone and everyone? So I want you to think about that. So that's what we'll be doing in these 3 days. It starts on August the 18th. Will be August 18th, August 20, and August 22nd. The reason why there's a day break is so I get people to catch up on the worksheets and workbook. Yes, there's going to be workbooks and worksheets as well, because each day there's going to be stuff for you to actually go deep, get to know what you want in your business, and we're going to craft that business and set off your business. Because look, we are already in August, so you have no time to waste. And I really want, as much as I'm getting my butt to the end of the year, race to the end of the year, I want you to actually do the same. So we both work on it together. And through my stages of growth, learning, growing my business to a different level. I'll be sharing everything I learn, share what I'm doing, what is working, how I'm using social media, how it's helped me. Um, oh, speaking of Instagram and social media, after deleting over 500 followers, and I've now gained back almost back to 500 followers now, but at least within that short span of time, really. It's only been a couple of months that I deleted, and now we're already 90 days, I think, about 90 days span. So very excited to when I'm telling you, if I tell you that I've been lingering on that just over 1K follower mark for 3 years, the same amount. I'm telling you, it did not grow at all. I was posting here and there, and then I got slack. Yeah, I got slack, but now, just within 90 days, I'm able to gain back those almost 500 followers that I removed. You've followed my journey. I've shared it inside this group as well, so you know that I went down. I literally just removed any inactive accounts or any accounts that I felt like wasn't fit for my business. I removed it, and specifically create content that it speaks directly to who it is that I wanted to attract. So I can't wait to share that with you. Let me know if you have any comments, any questions at all. I know with our time zone differences, there's going to be a lot of replays, people watching the replays. That's okay. Just know that every month's workshop will only be live inside the community for 30 days. Facebook removes it. However, if you want to continue watching it, you'll need to head over to YouTube, on my YouTube channel. That way you'll be able to catch up on the replays. It's there. It doesn't get removed. That's why I share both inside the group as well as on YouTube. So you'll be able to catch up previous trainings, all the way from since the beginning of the year till now. You can catch up all that on YouTube. And like I said, it's my birthday, and this is the special offer that I am giving away for the whole month, this month, from now to the 31st of August. I'm giving away 50% off any one-to-one session, including bundles. So there are, I think, 5 for 3 bundle. There's 2 for 3 for 2 bundle or something like that, or just one-on-one sessions with me. There's a code below. I'll leave the link to how you can schedule booking with me below this training inside the community. If you are interested in working further with me, here's an opportunity. It's you're not tied to a long term or anything. It's just, if you're booked in with 3 sessions with me, you'll get that 3 sessions, and each session is 90 minutes where I work, whether it's skill-based, branding, marketing, social media, whatever it is, I tailor the session based on your needs and your goals as well. So it's very, very personal. I work along, and some people might feel like I only need 1 session. That's fine as well. That will also be 50% off as well. If you are interested in working further with me, I'll be excited to help you. And of course, we've got a couple of things coming up, but I will talk more about that in another time. But for now, this is it. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm just going to check if there's any questions. Oh, hi, Shanae. Sorry. Hi, Shanae. Thanks for watching. So I'm able to just check on the messages and all that now. So, um, oh, just a quick message to Maria. Maria, if you are watching this live, just want to let you know, I know you've tried to book in a few times. I don't know if we've missed each other or um, what. I don't know what reason, but we've missed each other a few times. I know you've tried to make a booking with me quite a few times now. So um, can you reach out to me directly and let me know what's going on or what happened? Because I feel like I don't know if it's a time zone difference that we're not catching each other. We keep missing each other, but I receive all your bookings, and whenever um, yeah, we just tend to miss each other. So if you're watching this, let me know. Reach out to me personally, and let's get you some support. Yeah, because I know you must need the support in order to try to book in with me so many times, but I don't know what's going on. But let me know if you still need the support. Okay. Um, anyway, I am very, very excited, and thank you for joining in this month's Let's Talk Beauty. I am very, very excited to for the Lash Boss Challenge, 3-day live, and we're already getting registrations in the door. So people who are registering on the list, they will be getting first details of the challenge and some freebies as well that I'll be sending out inside the challenge as well. So I'll leave the link down below as well with all the links to the booking, one-on-one sessions, as well discount code, and also the Lash Boss 3-day challenge as well. Once again, thank you everyone for tuning in, and I will see you inside the group. Feel free to reach out to me on Instagram or Messenger for any questions that you have. And one more thing. There's been a couple of questions from new members that joined about skill related. Um, I will be sharing some, I'll be doing some more lives. Just give me a bit of time. I'll complete, I've got my son's camp next week as well. I've got a couple of things that I need to catch up on. But after that, I'll be more I would say regular inside the Facebook group, doing lives on maybe skill based, because I know a few members have requested that and have asked me to do more about layering, lash layering, placement, and styling. So yeah, okay. If anything else, let me know, and I will see you inside the group and all next month live workshop. Have a nice day and